The road trip continues. Got a couple things. Little frying pan so we could do some cooking inside the van. And this is a drinking water hose for the RV. Apparently you don't want to use a regular garden hose because there's some chemicals or toxins or what, I don't know, something can get into the water tank. You want to pass that water through one of these filters. And I guess some freshwater hookups have more water pressure than others. So this is a regulator to make sure that if there's a crazy amount of water pressure in the water system, then this brings it down so the pipes in the van don't explode. And we're just about out of water now, so we got to go find a source of water. Also, this leveling blocks. They're kind of like Legos, but you can stack them and you can park the van on top of it in case you come to a campsite or something where there is just no level ground. Finally, got myself an extra chair. Carrie kind of stole my office for this trip.
So on that little card that says reduce stress, it's like a little flip card.
Oh, okay. All right, here we are at MOAB, Utah. We kind of sped through Colorado so that we have enough time here at MOAB because this is a place I've been wanting to check out forever. So we're finally here. Colorado did look epic though. So next time when we have a little bit more time, we definitely want to do a solid road trip, spend some time in Colorado, probably more time here in Utah. But today we're just checking out MOAB. It seems like such a cool little town. We got some breakfast out there and now we're just kind of going around and exploring. All right, I think this might be the office for the day. Check it out. We're getting 90 megabits per second down. And what's the up speed here? Please be over 5. Please be over, oh man, we got 50 up. This upload speed is actually faster than the internet I had at my old house. There I was only like 20. So this is actually pretty dang good internet out here. Not a bad office for the day, huh? Let's go for a quick flight. Are you excited? You're almost done with your last class for the week? Mm-hmm. It's been cool being able to hop around, but we've been kind of chained to having good reception so that Carrie can still hop on her Zoom call with her students. But her last class is just about to come up, and after that, it's just a matter of going wherever we want. What are you most excited about?
National Park.
The arches? Mm-hmm. That's gonna be epic.
So beautiful.
It's way bigger than it looks like in the photos, huh?
Yeah, the arches themselves are huge.
Man, I wish I could fly the drone in here, but it's a national park. But imagine some of the shots we could get with some of these arches. Yeah, it'd be so epic. What do you think, PETA? Tired from the hike? So we're on our way to Delicate Arches.
This is, I think, the most iconic arch in the park. It's the one that you always see on the billboards and the photos.
Turns out PETA's not allowed on this trail, so we had to leave her in the van. Good thing about the van, though, is that we can just leave the AC on. Got solar panels on the roof and everything,
She's
so
chilling
it should be
sweating.
Exactly. It's actually a pretty serious hike, isn't it?
It's a little tough.
Yeah. Hey, come here, look at this view. That is a pretty massive cliff. Definitely pretty crowded.
Next time we'll have to come early. That must be the trick.
You know how people are always like, oh yeah, you should work out and you'll feel real good after you work out. You know, for me, I don't get that feeling. But when I hike, I do. I feel really good.
It's just your mindset. You're still getting the same endorphins when you work out or hike.
I don't know. For me, like going to a gym and working out, I just feel sweaty and tired afterwards. Like I don't get that jolt of energy that everyone talks about. When I go out hiking, then I do get that jolt of energy.
Well, I think with a hike, it's that there's a payoff, right?
Yeah.
There's views and there's
especially
something for you to
this
film.
hike. Another thing about the van, apparently all vans need a name. So
yeah, everybody names their van.
Carrie said she already has a good idea for a van name, but I don't know. You guys suggest some stuff in the comments.
Usually there's some really funny comments. So I think that there's a few people out there that would give us some good ideas.
Yeah.
But I do have a name in mind.
Best part is that we can just like shower as soon as we get back to the van. How do you think Peter's been doing?
She's probably taking a nice nap in the AC right now.
Hey bud, did you miss us? Oh, you were taking a nap, weren't you? It's nice and cool in here, huh?
Yeah.
It's been running pretty good. It's not that hot outside necessarily, but since the battery's still pretty full, the solar panels must have helped kind of counter the drain of the batteries.
I'm glad we're not sitting in that.
I know,
That's
right?
Crazy. Earlier when we got to town, there was a little bit of traffic, but we're like 3 or 4 miles away from the actual town now.
Yeah. The town of Moab is a popular city. I mean, it's a hot destination, but it's a really small town. So just like everyone's trying to go in. We're going the opposite direction because we're on our way out. But man, that's crazy. Getting into Moab is tough. Are you ready for some off-grid camping?
Yeah.
Are you sketched out at all?
Slightly.
So we have made it to the middle of nowhere in BLM land. That moon is actually super bright, huh? I have the ISO all the way up at 25,600 f2.8. It's actually pretty crazy how much we can actually see because of that full moon. I mean, that makes a pretty big difference. Aside from the sounds that the van's making, it is really quiet here. And it's interesting, I think I damaged my hearing when I was a kid, and now I always hear a ringing whenever I'm in a quiet place. I don't know, is that something that everyone kind of experiences, or is it just me? You know those little popper things you can get sometimes? You throw it on the ground and it makes a little psh sound? I thought it was fun to play with those, and then I mixed 5 of them together into one little thing, and I threw it, and it was louder. And then I took 20 of them, put it into one thing, and it was even louder. So then I just went crazy, and I mixed like crazy. I don't even know how many boxes I put together. But while I was mixing it, it went off like, gah! Everyone in my house was like, what was that? And the TV was playing in the background, and I thought the sound from that blew out the speaker in the TV because I couldn't hear anything all of a sudden, and it slowly came back. But yeah, it was pretty scary not being able to hear for those few seconds, and then it slowly came back. I very much regret it. Don't play with stuff that makes loud noises. All right, so I got a question for you guys. When you shoot time lapses of sunrises or sunsets, do you set your exposure to auto or manual? I almost always shoot it on manual, but I thought I might try auto this time because of the change in exposure. But I do see that exposure jumping around a little bit. You can kind of see that a little bit back there in the sky. So I don't know, I guess I might switch it over to manual exposure now. I took a peek at the time lapses, nothing special. I woke up early for nothing. You had a nightmare that somebody came up to the van and with a sniper?
Our little window was open, and I had a dream that someone came with a silencer and like took us out. And then I had another one where it was like, I woke up and there was like a red dot like going all like this in the van. Like a sniper.
You just kept thinking people were trying to shoot us?
It was really creepy at night.
But here's the thing, if you were to come here during sunset and just see how nice and beautiful it is, and then you go to sleep, you get to rest a lot easier, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
Utah has been beautiful. We're definitely going to have to come back here. I mean, each one of these stops that we're making, we can easily spend 3-4 days at each one of these spots and really soak it in. Shout out to Raphael, by the way. He's been kind of staying at our place and watching over the other dogs while we do this long, extended road trip. We're like, yeah, we just need you to watch the house for like just the weekend. Like, it's been a week now. We got another 10-ish hours between here and home in Los Angeles.
Hi.
Well, a little pit stop.
Yeah, there's one of those view rest areas.
Now, one of the biggest selling points of this very specific van is that it has 4-wheel drive, but I love this. There's very few limitations on places we can go. Oh yeah. This is pretty much home stretch. After this, we're gonna hit up Nevada, pass through there, Las Vegas, and then back to California. We were thinking about trying to get all the way home today, but I don't know, I feel like we've put in quite a few miles, and I think we're pretty much ready to take a break. So I think we might stop here in Las Vegas. We would sleep in this van one more night, but I really need Wi-Fi, so I have to get a hotel room just for the Wi-Fi. I've tried parking outside of Starbucks and all this stuff, but I need to upload gigs and gigs, like probably like 40-50 gigs worth of data.
Let's be honest, we're really stopping for PETA because she's just exhausted and needs a proper bed.
Yes. All right, Las Vegas. Are you ready to party? How about you, Carrie?
My party consists of washing my hair.
Harry says there's not enough water pressure in that shower to wash her hair.
Either that, or I would have to use up a lot of water, and I don't want to use up the shower water.
Parking was a bit of a concern, but okay, this isn't bad. If it's outdoor parking, we're good. Isn't it weird, like packing into a hotel?
It is.
Yeah. Like we've been living in this thing for the last week, so it's so weird just going, oh, we're gonna sleep outside of this van today. Oh my God, PETA is such a diva. She gets such VIP treatment. Well, I think PETA's liking the room. What are you doing? PETA, you okay? All right, let's see if we got some decent upload speeds. Ugh, we got about 18 up. Perfect. All right, Dylan's been like, where's the footage? What am I supposed to edit? So, Dylan, here. I'm uploading footage finally. Whoa, we're all refreshed now?
Yeah.
That feels good, huh?
Clean hair.
I think the way you feel about clean hair is probably how I feel about clean feet. Like if my feet are sweaty, I'm not having a good time. I could be doing the most fun thing ever. I could be on a roller coaster. If my feet are sweaty, boo! Should we look at some comments?
Yes.
From the last vlog, which was us buying our van. Carrie says, there goes my house. This is our house now. You have to be ecstatic or else everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, I'm forcing you to do this.
No, I'm very excited for the van and all the adventures we're gonna go on.
Good job,
Yeah.
that's good. Yes, keep up that energy because as soon as you go, for any reason, like people are gonna be like, oh my God, Carrie didn't want the van at all. It was her idea. The problem with watching vlogs, me, you're in my state. Why didn't you hit me up? Oh yeah, you don't know me. Carl, I know who you are. You're a filmmaker, you have a video about the Z-Cam. I have been wanting to check out the Z-Cam. I'm kind of curious about that. See, I can stalk you too, huh? This can go both ways, all right? Gene, you're gonna love it, and that's a really nice setup as we can see. By the way, I also live in a van and fly drones for Beta FPV. That's awesome! Now that we've spent pretty much a week in the van, like day in, day out, how do you feel?
I think it's great. I thought that it was gonna be a little bit cramped, but it actually works just if it's just the two of us.
I feel like one thing that the van is teaching me is to make sure that I keep everything super organized because with that limited space, you know, you can't just take stuff out of the bag and then leave it out. You have to go, okay, this comes out, this goes right back.
I wasn't seeing that in the van yet, so I'm wondering when that's gonna actually
It was much
happen.
better than I usually would. I can be pretty messy. It's also making me realize how little stuff we really need to be comfortable on. Like if we go backpacking or something, like we can tough it out for a couple of days. But when I get back, I'm so excited to be back out of bed. But on our van, like I feel like there's no real major difference between this nice hotel room and the van, aside from the water pressure and the Wi-Fi. That's it for this vlog. Since we're in Vegas, we're gonna go out and rage. And by rage, I mean we're gonna go to sleep right now.
We're gonna have a meal and then go to bed.
I'm tired, yeah. Good night, everybody. All right, I gotta go pee.